Hello everyone, this is Billy Cultist here today to bring you a tutorial instead of Jimmy. This is going to be a kind of simple art tutorial and it'll probably be pretty quick. What I'm going to do is show you how you can make blowing leaves for an autumn scene in Dreams on PS4 or PS5. Since this was something that was requested a little while ago by a viewer, and it's really fairly simple. So, all you want to do for this method is create a new painting. We'll go to Modes and enter Paint Mode. When we're in Paint Mode, we'll get a lot of choices for flecks we could use. For blowing leaves, I like the hexagon, but you could use whatever you like. We'll leave on Draw Type on Brush Flecks. I'll use the color picker to match the color of my painting to the color of the static leaves already on the road, but you could do this any way you want. First, I'm going to cover how I put leaves blowing along the ground. Some of you might think the best way to do this would be with surface snap, but I've tried using it for this and it gave me some problems. I don't know if it's a bug or whatever. If you want, you can go ahead and try doing this with Surface Snap and see if you don't run into any issues. But for this tutorial, I will not be using it. Now I'm just going to freehand paint strokes and try to paint close to the ground while adding some random deviations. You don't need to paint too many strokes because we're going to be using the duplicates feature. We now exit the painting and open the painting's tweak box. First, we'll go to fleck properties. You can mess with these settings to see what you like. I like to turn the stretch way up for leaves, lower impasto, and add ruffle. Now, we'll go to the Duplicates tab. Again, you can really just mess around with these to see what you like personally. The main goal in this tab is to add more leaves visually without having to drive up the thermo by painting tons of strokes. Now finally we'll go to the Animation tab. We'll put the animation on pulse and try to get a good speed for our leaves. Also, we'll reduce the trail length to nothing. Now I'll show how to do leaves coming from the trees. The process isn't much different from the ground leaves. We just need to start a painting and draw a few wiggly strokes coming down from the tree. One thing to keep in mind while you're doing this is to make sure you draw all your strokes from the same direction. That way the animation won't have any problems with some of the leaves going the wrong way. Now we can get into the painting tweak box and do a lot of the same things we did before. I do want to especially point out the time offset slider in the animation section. I missed touching on it when I did the ground leaves, but it's pretty important for leaves, I think. Time offset helps to make the motion of the leaves look less uniform and more natural when increased. My recommendation is to probably jack it all the way up for the leaves. Anyway, that's a way to do leaves blowing in the wind in Dreams. Hopefully this was helpful or inspirational to someone. If it was beneficial, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And subscribed or not, leave a like. Also, if you have a question or statement, leave a comment. We try to answer all comments. If you want to support the channel, you could either join here on YouTube or click the link in the description to our brand new Patreon. Until next time, take it easy.